Hey guys, Scott here. Thought I'd share a little bit with you about some pick control and some pick technique. It's very difficult to describe pick control and pick technique in a book or on a piece of paper. It's something you really have to show to somebody. So whether somebody's been playing for 20 minutes or 20 years, I still, when I see somebody for the first time, share a little bit about what I've learned about pick control. So what I'll have you guys do is this. Take your pick and put it in your fret hand. Then with your pick hand, just make a fist. And have you make that fist, relax your fist, kind of open it up and just hold it by your side. And what you'll see is the hand wants to naturally stay in this sort of half curled up sort of motion, this half curled up formation. Not too often do you walk around relaxed with your hands all outstretched. Usually your hand is going to be kind of curled up. So in that curled up formation, what I'll do is take the pick, put it against the thumb so that it points straight down away from the thumb. You want the pick to be at a 90-degree angle to your thumb. Okay? And then we'll take the outside edge of this first finger and close it in on the pick there. So from the back side, looks like this, and then from the front side, kind of looks like that. All too often I see players grab the pick this way, with the bottom of the finger, with the pads of the finger, maybe even like this, with two fingers. This way, when you first pick up a pick, it feels comfortable, it feels natural, because you have a lot of nerve endings in your fingertip. It feels like you're holding onto the pick nice and, nice and tight. Where when I translate that over to the guitar and I go to do a strum, it puts your wrist in a really awkward angle by grabbing the pick with two fingers. Where if I take this and put the pick in this sort of relaxed fist and keep my fingers back, what it allows me to do is it allows me to have a little bit of a turn from the wrist. It's not my whole arm that's going to be strumming back and forth, but rather this sort of sweeping formation of the pick coming across the string. So if I just grab an E chord and I strum down, what I'm going to do is take the pick up here and have a little bit of a turn at the bottom. So if I was doing, so you have a little bit of turn down there. Okay, so that's great for strumming and good for picking. Most of the picking issues don't come from strumming, they come from actually picking single notes. And there's a very specific technique with picking single notes. There's a little bone at the back of your wrist. What I'm going to have you do with that bone at the back of your wrist is you need to anchor that on the bridge of the guitar. You need to actually touch the bridge of the guitar with the back of this little bone. So what it does effectively is it allows you to create maybe this 2.5-inch distance where when I go to pick, I can keep my pick really controlled and really nice and close to the string. So if I pick that high E string, my pick doesn't release more than a centimeter or two past the string. Where if I try and pick in strumming formation, as soon as I pick that single note, see what happened? My pick went all the way down maybe an inch past the string. So I bring this wrist up here and it helps me control the single note. I don't lose any volume, I don't lose anything, but I gain the control. Okay, so if you've never held the pick this way, or if you've not worked with your wrist on the back of the bridge, what I would suggest that you do is take the E string, play that 4 times, move to the A string 4 times, D string 4 times, G, B, and high E. Now what you'll notice too, and I'd like to point out, on the thick string, when I played that, I had the same angle. When I go to the A string, my pick is going to travel down with the 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch between the two strings, so I have E down to an A, down to a G, so on, so on. So if I went from high E string down to a low E string, you'll see my wrist slides along the back of that bridge. the same distance between those strings. I don't want to reach. I don't want to have be playing here and then going all the way down and trying to reach. See, it looks kind of awkward getting down there. Once you're comfortable with that, with down strums, do eighth notes, doing down and up. Put an up strum back in. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When you're okay with that, try 16th notes. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a... so on and so on. You get the idea. You can go ahead and play that. So when you transfer from a strum to a single note position, or anywhere you go on the neck, by having this wrist down here, this wrist will be able to tell you sort of what string you're on. So if I do a chord strum, you'll see that I'm up in a strumming position, and I go to play a single note line, my wrist goes down, and I get a big, nice, clean strum, nice and quick. That's all about pick control. Hope that helps you out.